Hello and welcome to my channel Redeeming Thunder. My name is Erica and I'm here to give you a serious prophetic word regarding the Ordained Spouse series. This is chapter 30, given to me on 1/15/2025. This is in regards to the counterfeits. Okay, so some of you have been in relationship with counterfeits and did not know until recently, or haven't known until you started the series. Okay, and you have to know that as you are on this journey to obtain the promise, okay, Yahuwah is trying to match you up. Okay, he's trying to get you married to your future ordained spouse. And you're saying, ordained? Yes. As in, your Heavenly Father has arranged a marriage. He's chosen someone for you. So, it's all orchestrated by Him, okay? So some of you have been with a counterfeit though, okay? And you're needing to detach from the individual, okay? And some of you are getting detached because of a divorce that needs to be established, and some of you are not getting a divorce. You are going to be experiencing a loss, okay? There's going to be where some of you are not separated or not divorced. It just occurs where He removes the individual from your life and that person is no more, okay? This word explains further on, okay? And I'm very sorry to give you that news, okay? If you've been watching this series, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can get the next notification. But if you've been watching this series, he's been giving tidbits of information regarding that, okay? But meanwhile, with those that are with counterfeits and or those that are going to be with a counterfeit, they're thinking of dating somebody and it for sure wasn't the one that Yahuwah picked for you, okay? He's giving you a serious word here, okay? For those of you who are starting to date someone right now, even this word is for you. And it's not been confirmed that that is the future ordained spouse, okay? This word is for you as well. He says, Ayin Soma. And that means divine alignment, body in wholeness. Okay. And he says, I have something to tell you, and you're not going to like it. Okay? So, he said, Ayin Soma 30 times. And so what he's wanting me to tell you is, there's a divine alignment that needs to take place. And you have to be in whole body and spirit immersed into that plan. And that means you can't be whole body and spirit immersed into your own plan. Okay? And some of you had been dealing with some stubbornness, trying to change the man. Okay? Hoping that your fasting, your praying will change the individual, or just trying to blatantly change him and correct his behavior and then encourage him to do the right thing, and he'll maybe do one or two things, you know, the way you like it, and then it will revert back to the same old, okay? Now, this word is for you, okay? He wants you to focus on his path. Now, this is what he says next. Do not be intimate with the counterfeit. He says, tell them I want them to be pure for their husband to be. He says, those spirits linger, and you need to be in righteousness. So, and soma, whole body, it means an entire wholeness in the body. Okay, it means body in general. It could be a human body. So when you are intimate with someone, okay, it's spirit and spirit, it's spiritual. Okay, and it's whatever spirits, familiar spirits, strongholds that they are having and dealing with, it's getting transferred to you, and vice versa. So then you're having to deal with more, I'm just going to say it, demons, okay, more hardship than you had to. You had to go into purification and sanctification all over again. Okay? All the poor habits that person had, you could then start enduring. Because it's a spiritual connection. And then it doesn't even seem that person is all in, okay? If they're still interacting sexually in that way. If you're all, it doesn't look like you're all in Yahuwah's plans. Okay? Let's just be honest. It doesn't look that way, and it really isn't. Okay, so he wants you to be abstinent before your marriage with the true ordained spouse. Okay, so then he says, your deliverance is near. I'm here to establish you. Must you plead me? No. Okay, so now he says, I'm listening to a prophetic word given by Dr. Bin Lim. It's a prophetic word given in January, the month of Tevet. And he says, you will see fog. So it's something prophetic, the Shekinah cloud. Shekinah cloud, okay? Okay, so now, while praying along, I heard Grok Ko Shema Ka Shema, which stands for, okay, Rok stands for the cockatrice spirit. That is the spirit that attacks its own bloodline. Ko, hear thus far. Shema, proclamation, Yahuwah is one, to listen and obey. Ka stands for in this manner. Shema, to listen deeply, internalize, to hear. It carries a deeper meaning of actively listening, internalizing, and responding to what is being heard. Then the prayer continues, but in Hebrew, okay? Then I translate it, and it says, Ara, which stands for a lion. Yah Shema means the hand of Yahuwah. Shema, listening with action. Okay, so he's saying your brave lion is near, and the hand of Yahuwah is upon this union. Okay, so he wants you to, he said, listen to his counsel with action. It means hear or listen, Shema, okay? Implies heed, pay attention, understand, and respond with action. And then the next phrase while praying, A-ka, A-sha-ta-ta. Okay, so it means, alas, in this manner. A-sha-ta-ta means, alas, in this hour again, to drink. Okay, so that means, it also can mean, ta could also mean a chamber, a little room, guard room. Okay? In extreme obedience, your treasures will be guarded and protected. Abba will send blessings, barakas. Okay? And his anger will lessen if one is in righteousness. So you can lessen the judgments, and you can lessen the strife that, and you can prevent the treasures being taken from you if you are living in humanity and compassion if you have righteousness. That means you hate what Yahuwah hates and you love what Yahuwah loves. Okay? 2 Chronicles 12:11. As often as a king entered the house of Yahuwah, the guards came and carried them, and they then brought them back into a guard's room. Okay. It's his treasures. So they were highly guarded. They followed him everywhere. Why? Because prior to that, it was stolen. So maybe prior to listening to this word, you've already been experiencing less income coming in, or waiting on income, and it's just got some kind of holdup. Okay? And suddenly a promotion was given. And it was given, there was no more holdup on that, because you took the time to follow the commandments. You took the time to meet Yahuwah in the secret place. You took the time to get to know him one-on-one. Okay? So, hold on, lost my spot here. All right, so I'm going to read in context. Okay, so then Yahuwah wants severe obedience, okay? Severe, ultimate obedience. Hebrew word shata means to drink. Remember that word? Shata, okay? Okay, so means to describe a activity of drinking, or for both humans and animals. Genesis 24:18. Drink, my Yahuwah, she said, and quickly lowered her jar upon her hand and gave him a drink. Drink, my Lord, she said, and quickly lowered her jar upon her hand and gave him a drink. When she had finished giving him a drink, she said, I will draw for you your camels also until they have finished drinking. That is when Isaac, servant was looking for the servant of Abraham was looking for a wife for Isaac. Do you recall that time frame? Okay, so Yahuwah, or the servant asked a specific clue as to confirm who it is, who the wife would be for his servant, for his master, excuse me. And guess what? He says, in the secret place. Yahuwah wants you to now go in the secret place, in the chambers, okay? Go into the secret room. Meet him there, because this whole ordained spouse series is also a treasure, okay? And he wants you to give him, ask him certain specific clues that will help you to feel that you have received confirmation of who your future ordained spouse is. Okay? Because although this is a word about the counterfeit, this is also stating some of you still don't know who it is. So you're kind of just hanging out with the counterfeit, and you're kind of just leaving the door open for several counterfeits because you're just desperate. Okay? So he does not want you to be desperate, and he says there is an answer. Go in the secret place and find out your treasure. Okay, so now his clue was very specific. He said, I will know if it's her for Isaac if she offers water not just to me but to my camels as well. Now the camels, you think that's not a big deal? Yes, it is. You know why? Because they drink gallons and gallons of water. You know how much work that would be to draw it from the well and to serve it to the camels one by one? Oh, you'd have to do it like 50 trips. Seems like. Okay? Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it's something along the lines of extreme hard work. So he realized with that effort, not everybody has the compassionate heart to see and look after the animals and the person. Sometimes people just look after the person. Okay? And he said, I want someone compassionate and loving and caring about people and animals. That's what basically he was saying. Not only to myself, but to the camels as well. And there she was, and she offered it. So in other words, men, you ask for a clue, but women, be ready to be very, you don't know who you're going to run into. You don't know if it's Mr. Right, okay? So be very kind and go with that gut feeling given to you of what you're supposed to do. Because maybe that was the exact clue that Yahuwah had for that other person that was praying and asking. Maybe it was their exact clue for them to know that it's you. Okay. All right. So now there's another example. Shatta come from the life of Moses, as there was 2 instances where Moses produces water from a rock to satisfy the Israelites' complaints about a lack of drinkable water in the wilderness. The first instance occurs at Mount Horeb in Exodus 17:6, when Moses is instructed to strike the rock and water will come out of it so that the people may drink. The second instance is found in Numbers 20. Now at Meribah, the Israelites again say there is no water to drink. And yet again, Yahuwah Elohim instructs Moses to provide water from the rock. However, key right here, instead of being told to strike the rock, Moses is told, command the rock before their eyes to yield its water. It's right there. Did you catch that? He didn't say strike it. He said command it. So lately in these prophetic words, Yahuwah's been giving keys. And the way he's been giving keys, if you don't know the keys, you need the keys. Because you're doing exactly what Moses needed to have done. But yet he did his own way. And it didn't go good for Moses. Okay? So don't be like Moses in this instance here. Okay? If he's telling you to profess out of your mouth and summon certain things to occur. And it's in the videos of the series. Okay? So don't be like, well, he's not coming around. You know, I'm just going to deal with Mr. Counterfeit and just hunker down. Or I'm just going to keep dating, you know, my own choice, which is going to be counterfeits. Okay? Because you're like, I don't know who it is. Yes, you do. If you follow the prophetic word and you follow these clues and you do exact obedience of what he said to do, you're going to know. And you're going to get your promise. Okay? Don't get frustrated like Moses did. For whatever reason, possibly simple frustration, Moses does not obey the instructions, and instead of speaking to the rock, the text states that Moses lifted up his hand and struck the rock twice with his staff. Water came out abundantly, and the congregation and their livestock drank. While the rock again produces water, Moses' decision not to obey has lasting consequences. According to Numbers 10:12, it is because of this moment that Moses does not bring the Israelites into the promised land. A responsibility instead given to Joshua. Oh no. And then Moses didn't enter the promised land. You're like, what? But he's the one who's, you know, helped deliver the Israelites from Egypt with the temple. Yes. He crossed the Red Sea. Yes. He received the 10 Commandments. Yes. He's the only one that was able to go up on Mount Sinai in the secret place with Yahuwah, and his light shined upon him. He maybe saw the face of Yahuwah, etc., etc. Amazing glory. Okay? Yes. But guess what? Also, he didn't go at the very end. So, come on now. we need to make it to the promised land, and you need to obey every step. Say every declaration, every decree that he told you to do. I'm not going to say them all in this video. You got to watch the other ones. Okay? Because it's not written in here to say it again in this prophetic word. So I'm not going to just bring it all up right now. I'm only going to say what's in this prophetic word. Okay? So, now, on that prophetic word given by Dr. Ben Lim, he was also noticing that it was the month of Tevet and anointed prayers. It was the creation of Yah. Okay? After the 7th day of creation, it was very good and created Adam and Eve, right? On the 6th day, I believe. So, he knows the time is coming soon that he will see his future ordained spouse. Okay? And now, there is victory, restoration of family and health. That was the main prophetic word given by that individual. Okay, so now he references this verse. Genesis 2:21. Yahuwah Elohim made him fall into a deep sleep, and he took out one of the man's ribs. Then, after closing the man's side, the Yahuwah made a woman out of his rib. Yahuwah Elohim brought her to the man, and the man exclaimed, "Here is someone like me. She is part of my body, my own flesh and bones. She came from me, a man, so I will name her woman. That's why a man will leave his own father and mother. He marries a woman, and the two of them become like one person. Although the man and his wife were both naked, they were not ashamed." Okay. Now, that's all I have for you right now. Okay, so the key is to stay abstinence. Abstinence is key, excuse me. And when waiting for your future ordained spouse, and you'll be basically delivered from spiritual spouse, from marine spirit, from familiar spirits, from strongholds that these counterfeits can pass along to you. And you will be in the perfect divine alignment for your future ordained spouse. Shalom.